So we're going to be talking about the new Sega mini console, as well as Sonic Frontiers. Make sure you like, share the video, and of course subscribe to the channel so that way Gary can get one step closer to the internet. Right off the bat, what are your thoughts about the new console from Sega?
I'm
Mini Mega
Slightly
Drive.
disappointed.
I'm disappointed in really one aspect. Obviously, we don't know the full roster of games yet. We don't know if it's actually coming to the West, which I would assume that they probably will bring it over here. The fact that they didn't, I mean, they're focusing more on a Model 2 than they are on like Sega CD. So, I mean, obviously we don't know the roster of games, and I think it's just going to be a handful of games. And then it's probably going to be 50-50, right? You're probably going to get half the great games that you didn't get on the first Sega Mini. Those will be present here, and then you're going to get a handful of Sega CD games. I would have liked it to be an actual Sega CD and focus a little bit more on that. I'm kind of surprised they went that route, and they're doing those games.
Bad news, it's only available in Japan.
Oh, lame.
It is going to feature special content, not available anywhere else.
Do any of y'all have a Sega CD?
I do.
I have one.
I do too. I have mine. It was from my childhood. I actually had a Sega CD when I was a kid.
Funny story, I had a Sega CD, but I didn't actually own a Genesis. My brother owned the Genesis.
What kind of ghetto crap is that?
You can't play your Sega CD.
Oh, well, I got it after. I bought it secondhand from a guy at my school. He's like, $50, you could have the Sega CD and all my games. I'm like, well, fuck yeah, right?
Good deal.
You didn't know it needed the.
Oh, I did know, but I was
to
like,
play.
my brother's like a year and a half older than me, so he was already like out of the video game playing. So it was just sitting in his room, but he didn't actually.
Oh, he snatched it up.
Yeah. It was a better deal than the Amico. Yeah, $50. You can't beat that.
Hell yeah, that's a steal.
But I remember coming home on the bus with the big box.
Oh, you get the box and everything, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's fancy. It hasn't. They have not released the entire roster of games, but it says it's going to be 50 preloaded.
Yeah, so I really expect there to be kind of a give and take here with. I mean, there might be a slight edge for there probably being more Genesis games over the Mega CD games, but yeah, I expect it to be kind of like the TurboGrafx Mini, where they kind of chop it in half a little bit.
The only game that I see on that I would really like is the Shining Force CD.
But unfortunately, that's going to be. I mean, you're probably going to be able to, obviously you'll be able to import it, and there will be some games that you'll be able to play, but anything role-playing wise will be unplayable.
Are you assuming that I don't know Japanese?
You don't speak Japanese?
You don't dabble in the sacred ways, you're not going to enjoy it as much. But I definitely see it'll make its way to the West. I really think it will, especially if that.
It is $75.
That's really not bad.
That's not horrible.
Expect it to be like $100 if it comes over here, which still by today's standards, I mean it's really not bad.
I guess it really depends on what games are on there, right? Because if it's basically the same games that you're going to get in a Genesis collection plus a few Sega CD games, I don't know, would it be worth it?
I mean, I would assume, and I don't exactly know what was on the original Sega Mini. I would assume that it would probably they'd be better off if they threw like the Sonic collection on there, or like the 6-pack. Granted, you're going to have, like, there's no way they cannot load a Sonic game on, so you're going to have some things that are going to carry over. But if they hit the titles that weren't on the first Sega Mini, I think that's where they'll win some points with everybody. All the more obscure games that didn't find their way on the first one. If they managed to do those, and they managed to put something like Snatcher. So if it comes to the West and it has Snatcher on, I guarantee you it will sell well just on that game alone. And there are a few Sega CD games, KO could be a big one that I'm looking forward to if it does come to the West. What's the other one? Popful Mail. I think there's a good list. They could hit maybe Vey. Vey is Sega CD, right? Not Sega Saturn. I think it's pretty sure it's Sega CD. You do Lunar. I mean, there's a handful of games that this thing could be really.
The Lunar games are good.
Yeah, this could really fly off the shelves if they bring it to the West and it has. I mean, Sega CD games, certain ones aren't cheap these days, so it could sell very well, and it's gonna sell well in Japan, I think.
Oh yeah.
I'm just bummed that they went the route of the Model 2 look and not the Sega CD. I know they're selling the add-on, I guess, like they did with everything else, where you could buy the Tower of Power or whatever the hell they were calling it. But
the Model 2 is kind of an ugly system, I think.
Well, I actually like the Model 2 over the original Model 1, but I just think they could have. Yeah, I just think they could have done so much better had they just made the whole shebang instead of selling the attachment to it to make it look like a all-in-one type deal. But that's the big bummer for me on that one. I was kind of expecting them to go for like to do either Saturn or Dreamcast. I think a lot of people were. M2's handling the games here, so they're going to do a good job. But I think when it comes down to Saturn stuff and Dreamcast stuff, I don't think they're quite there yet. Or at least
I don't have a big interest in these mini systems, but I could see myself buying a Saturn one just because I don't have a Saturn.
Right, and that's the
a lot of people probably don't. Yeah.
That's the way I went with the TurboGrafx. I skipped the NES mini console, the Super Nintendo, the Sega, mainly because I have most of those games. I had those consoles,
right?
But anytime I can get my hands on something that has a great collection of games, and I don't kind of have, I feel like that's a good buy for me. So I agree with you on that one.
Any thoughts from you, Blinded? You've been kind of quiet.
Not really. I was talking to Dorkside about it on Twitter, and I thought they were going to show reveal a Dreamcast one. I guess maybe they're going to go in order, but I don't know. It just was like, kind of before my time, so I don't really have that much attachment to it. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think
that's really it.
It all depends on what games. There's probably some licensing issues with certain games.
And that's kind of funny you say that, because like I would think something like the 3DO or the Sega CD would be right up your alley, being that you're a film student and you're a gamer. That marries the two so perfect, because the FMV games are like, I know they're campy, cringe. Some of them are really good though. Some of them are really solid games. I mean, there's not much to the gameplay themselves, but things like Surgical Strike. Like, go look up Surgical Strike for Sega CD. That would be something I would hope would find its way on the system. But like Night Trap, Double Switch. There's a lot. Midnight Raiders was good. Wirehead's really good. There's a lot of great full motion video games on the Sega CD.
Like stuff like that, if it has it, but I don't think it will. I don't know. You guys will have to let me know.
If they don't at least put Sewer Shark on this thing, I'd be blown away. They didn't put the pack-in
definitely will.
Game, and that's a fantastic game. It's cheesy, but it's a fantastic game.
Sonic CD, if you're talking about like a Sonic game, I could see him doing that.
That'll definitely be on there.
That's definitely going to be on there.
Yeah. That'll be your main one that you're going to get, and then, like I said, you'll probably get like the collection of the other 3 or 4 or whatever. But yeah,
Whoa.
I think people were a little disappointed that it wasn't a Saturn or a Dreamcast. But I think in time they'll do one.
Yeah, probably.
All right, and the other big Sega news, Sonic Frontiers. They had an extended
Vomit.
IGN First look. Vomit, you said?
Vomit. That's what I said.
Yeah, I agree here. It doesn't.
I just want to trash on it.
It doesn't do. It's not. It doesn't feel like Sonic to me. It doesn't look like Sonic to me. It looks pretty, but it doesn't look like Sonic to me.
It's always the Sonic fans who hype up garbage and then they get disappointed, and then the same shit happens again. And it's like, I'm sorry, people are gonna hate me for this, but Sonic fans really have no fucking taste. Like they'll eat up any fucking thing from Sonic. I mean, the movie was pretty good. I'll give them that, but like, that's really it in the last like 20 years. And this game looks so fucking bad. Like right out of the get-go when they showed it, I was like, God damn, this looks like a fucking Unreal Engine fucking demo, or like someone put this together like in like a weekend. It looks really bad.
See, Sonic's one of those series that just never could it didn't translate very well to 3D. And if they would just stay on the 2D pixel art
or adventures, just stick with adventures, okay?
Well,
Right.
I'll tell you what. It looks what they showed. I'm gonna show a little bit of it. Hopefully, IGN doesn't fucking flag us.
You talk about the first reveal first, because the combat is like where it starts to get. God damn it, it's really bad.
Well, this is the Sonic Frontiers world premiere gameplay.
Yeah, that's the first one.
It's so weird to have him. Like even the movies, it's weird for me to see Sonic in the real world, and then here we go, we're putting him in this ultra realistic looking world. It's not Sonic.
The thing
Sonic's
is
like
about
a
the
little
movie,
Colorful, saturated
The
game.
movie
You know what I
is-
mean?
Calm
the
down.
movie is more playing on like the trope of like the animation in the real world, like kind of like what
Right.
Chip and Dale and the Looney Tune movie was doing, or I'm forgetting the other movie, but yeah, that's why I wasn't bothered by it. But like in the game, it always feels so hokey and like pretentious. It feels like it's so like they don't know what to do. It's like let's just throw shit at the wall.
Pay attention to this right here. It just kind of just appears out of nowhere.
Pops in.
Yeah, it's like really bad draw distance.
Or just look at the shit in the sky. What the
The
fuck is
sky
that?
looks off. It looks.
This is
awful.
trash. I
It
haven't
is.
seen this yet. This looks like Sonic Breath of the Wild. So
I
dumb.
wouldn't even
empty.
give them that. It looks
It's
really bad.
it looks really empty too. Like there's nothing there. Like
Oh.
I couldn't believe I saw people on my timeline excited for this. I was
This'll
like,
be-
God damn.
Come on, guys. This will be fun. All it has to be is fun.
yeah, but
And
they
so,
haven't shown like it's empty. Like right now, it just looks like a tech demo. It looks like a bunch of
Yeah, it does. But like,
Like,
what is
that's
all
a
this
stuff-
like tracks in the sky? What the
Is it
fuck
literally
is
an
up with that?
open world? Is it literally an open world Sonic? Is that what this is?
yes. Yes, it is.
It's
What a
this
dumb
is-
game.
this
to-
is my main point
That's
with
like
a
a
lot of
joke.
games these days. Like this is my main point with like Pokemon.
Make
like,
it open world.
But the thing
That's
is, but okay. First off, one, I feel like you can't really compare the other series because Sonic's been doing this shit for the last 20 years. It's like they can't stick with one thing.
they
It's like
can't,
whatever's
and they-
trendy.
See,
they
the
just
thing was, is
adopt
they went back to that 2D pixel art, and they should have just stayed there. They should have learned their lesson and say, "Hey guys, we're not really great at making these 3D Sonic games." And there were a few that I liked. I can't remember the one for the 360 that I thought was really. They handled it really nice and the speed of Sonic really well with all the bouncing. I can't.
Generations.
I don't know if it was
Generations was like
might have
the
been.
only one that was good in my opinion.
There was one that was really solid, and I just played the demo, and I thought the demo was really solid. I never bought it because 3D Sonic to me it just feels off. Like, what is that really? All you want to do is zoom around in the world? Like,
Yeah.
to me, that's just boring. And it does. Like looking at that shit in the sky looks awful.
Okay,
Well,
but now
hopefully-
go look at the combat. That's where it starts to look. Oof.
we will, but
Combat.
hold on. In this trailer, you see a bunch of these signs. And it just looks like a bunch of areas that they set up to just demonstrate what the game's gonna be. Like it's not even real. Like,
Yeah.
look, this is what a puzzle is gonna look like. And you do this little thing, and hey, here's a puzzle. Because it doesn't look coherent. Like, doesn't look like part of a stage or
like you
part of
said,
an
it looks
area.
like it like a tech demo, right? And I think they're toying with this. Well, what if we have this huge landscape where Sonic can like really unleash, and you can go like Mach speed with Sonic here, but they
See, there
never
you go. You get
never
this thing
thought it
again.
through.
It's like,
The thing is, what's interesting is, because I think people are pointing this out on Twitter, is they're actually reusing assets from the last Sonic game, which, I mean, it's not like a bad look, but it's the fact that Sonic, it just feels so like, what the fuck are they doing? So it just feels like lazy when people point that shit out. Or it's like, oh my god, like this team is so incompetent. Give it to someone else. Jesus.
yeah, so it
Give
looks
it
like
to
a tech demo.
Nintendo.
It looks bad.
That's what I said.
But we'll take a look at the combat trailer. Apparently, somebody from IGN played the game. That wasn't him playing it, but they played the game and said it was good. Take that for what it is.
I'm sure
Now
it was.
look at
I'm
the
sure
combat.
it was. I'm sure it was
Safe and
fun to
fun.
play for 10. I'm sure it was fun to play for 10 minutes. But would you really put more than an hour or two into it? You'd be bored after a half hour of just running all over the place.
I really can't believe people like Sonic. I just don't understand. It's so
Well, like
like
you said, man,
oh
it's
my
like
God.
it's like liking the Amico. You know, like you've been shit on for so long that it's like
The
you're
pro-
just like you're jaded and you're just like
The
any
problem
little thing. You're like,
that
oh, it's
Sonic,
so good.
Sonic is such
Sonic.
a like it is iconic. It's a well fleshed out looking design of a character. People
It
love
is.
him, but they
And that
just
movie is
can't
great.
they can't manage to find the right gameplay for him. And
All right,
this
so we're
has
gonna look
been
at the
Sega's
combat
problem for a long time.
again. IGN, please don't flag us.
IGN First continues on with yet another look at Sonic Frontiers gameplay, this time focusing on combat. Sonic is up
All right, let's get to it.
Like, look at this shit. What the fuck is this? Jesus Christ. This... You're punching balls.
Punching balls.
And kicking.
Yeah,
He also kicked them.
riveting combat. Like, all these
again,
Sonic fans, they were
looks like
coming and all that shit watching this. So embarrassing. My
It looks
God.
like a tech demo. It looks like they're showing you like this is what Sonic's gonna do, and this is just put here as like a placeholder. Like, see, you could
It
have
is.
like arms break off or whatever. Like,
But just look
I don't
how
think this is gonna
stiff
be
it
the game.
is. Look how stiff his movements are, though, when he's punching in the air. Like, why is Sonic even punching? Look at this.
because I don't see like a health bar or anything.
No. Yeah,
Well, that
there's no UI.
well that was the UI was probably taken out to make it look more cinematic. You know, they usually do that.
And even the enemy designs, like, what is this floating ball thing? Like,
It looks
why
like a
not
bunch
use
of
some of...
volleyballs, like a bunch of volleyballs in a net.
Like, you should see some of the other designs. It's so boring. Like, what happened to all the enemy designs in, like, the first game? Like, you should have done that.
It still looks empty though, because you got one enemy and then nothing else going on anywhere. This is 100% tech demo.
And right, what is the point here of defeating? All right, what's the point of defeating these guys? What is the draw to actually go and fight one of these guys? Just a few coins?
There weren't even coins. It was like some green things. Credits, something, I don't know. So he could do this new run around and like.
And the thing is, the enemies are also slow. So it's like, this doesn't even look like it would be that hard. Like, look at that. The thing that is supposed to damage you is like way out in the distance, and he's just slapping him around. It's like, where's the challenge here? I don't get it. Look at this design. Like, what the fuck is that?
It looks like a knockoff Pokemon. Yeah, I don't know.
Very strange.
I definitely wouldn't have showed this off.
And I'm glad a lot of people are ripping this apart now because this is embarrassing. This is like the game that you're going to show right after you had a successful movie.
Well, maybe.
Like, what?
Maybe. You know how they showed Ugly Sonic and the fans backlash and gave you good Sonic? This is like Ugly Sonic game, and then they're like,
Oh boy,
we actually got a good Sonic game.
Nah,
well,
that
the
looks
Sonic
like there's
fans
been
are
too much money poured
insufferable.
into this.
The Ugly Sonic thing was like they were getting mad at it just because they were like they didn't get it was
It
a
was-
joke.
Oh,
It's
like, oh, I
hilarious.
thought-
Look, you can fight this giant monster. Like Shadow of the Colossus style.
Okay.
And is this like long-legged Sonic or is this like original?
No, this is
I
long-legged.
I don't care for, I don't know, because he kind of looks short-ish. I can't tell, because
It's
he
the
looks
model,
like,
but it's long-legged one.
What is that even doing? Like, what is it? I don't know.
I have no clue. Yeah.
they
Just run
probably
around.
could have, are they trying to do like a Shadow of the Colossus here? Is that what this is going
Yeah.
to be like?
Oh no.
Yeah, it is, because look at his arms. Watch, he's about to zoom up on him. It
Yep.
is very much a Shadow of Colossus type deal here. You're right. I'm not liking the designs here.
It's just so uninspired for Sonic. It's like, what the hell does this have to do with Sonic?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's Sonic Open World.
Like, it's not like in Mario Odyssey where you have like this kind of like Dark Souls dragon, right? Where it's like, okay, it looks out of place, but it's kind of fun. But like with this, it's just like this doesn't feel like it feels like two different styles clashing together.
But I mean, that was the point of Odyssey. Like,
Yeah,
I
that's
agree
the
that was
with
the
point.
whole
That's
point
true.
of that.
Yeah, that's
56K
true.
says
True.
Sonic saving all those animals and none to be seen here. Yeah. I want to
Exactly.
see the
Exactly.
big Colossus explode into like a bunch of chickens that go free. Or something. Just another viewer says, I'm surprised Gary isn't saying this is a masterpiece.
Oh no.
Hey, man.
No, you guys know I don't like this open world transition to all these games. I think this one proves my point indefinitely that
I
like,
still don't think this proves the point. For some series, it makes sense. It's like people want an immersive experience, and like, especially for Pokemon, it's like, yeah, it kind of makes sense to do an open world game.
they need to do an MMO. That's what people want.
Well, they're very close to doing that. Give it another generation.
People want the I don't think they want regular Pokemon in like they think they do. They want an MMO experience.
You think so? You think
I
that's what they
think
want?
so. And like some games were just not meant to like stick to what you know. Like we talked about Final Fantasy, stick to what you know. Pokemon, I'm on the fence with Pokemon. It could go either way. Could be a super colossal flop or it could be good, but like certain series just need to stick to what they know. Sonic needs to like the scene here, it looks pretty, but it looks like you guys said like a tech demo. It just doesn't fit Sonic. So
When
you
is this slated to come
Yeah.
out? Have they even announced
This
it
year,
yet?
fall.
Damn,
This
son,
year?
where'd
So
you
it's like
find
Yes.
this?
Ready. Damn, son.
Yeah, it's sad. It's really sad. They should delay it.
yeah, I think it will. I think if the backlash is big enough, I think they're gonna have to, because I think the main thing that makes it look really bad is they got all these platforming elements stuck in the sky.
Yeah.
And the draw distance is good, but it looks like squiggles in the sky. Like, who the fuck designed that? Like,
It is terrible. and I don't know. I wouldn't have shown this. Definitely wouldn't have.
No.
You got no context for any of it. There's no story. There's no. Everything looks empty. This was just bad. Bad all around.
It was for Sonic fans to eat up.
This
That's what
makes
it is.
Elden Ring look
I hate
good.
Sonic fans.
Well, this proves how to do open world wrong, at least, right?
Yeah, definitely. It
All
looks weird.
All right, so I
That's
think
not even
it.
saying much.
We're all in agreement then. Sonic looks like crap.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was fun ripping it apart.
All
It's
right.
booty.